Hey, effing Marks.
I hear no music.
Why did he make such a loud noise when he did this?
real.
The GOATest of all time. Literally, I just like saying random stuff that makes no sense.
Should have pile driver that woman.
I don't know what this
Hi,
guy's
Mike.
doing.
Hi, Mike.
Do accents. Don't do face paint.
Jump sucker. Folks, Andrew here along with Big Frank, and joining us in the studio for conversations is the GOATest of all time, Bobby
Orlando. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm chilling. This is a great table. Great setup we got going on here.
Neil made this by hand, you know.
Well, Mike helped.
Unbelievable.
Mike helped too.
I appreciate you guys' woodsmanship.
Ooh.
It's a fancy name. Great start.
Tell us about Bobby Orlando. A lot of fans like throughout the East Coast, a lot know you, but throughout the world, like who's Bobby Orlando?
Bobby Orlando is me, if you didn't know that already. Bobby Orlando is a wrestler just starting out in this great business. I've only been doing this for, I've been training for like a year and a half, but I haven't even been doing shows for over a year. My anniversary date of my first ever match was October 27th? 2017, so it's coming up. But right now I'm just trying to get my name out there to different places. And I've been happy with the progress I've been making. But yeah, that's me.
Or where can fans watch you wrestle?
Fans can watch me wrestle, obviously, in my home promotion, Creative Pro Wrestling. We have a show coming up, actually, so you can watch me there. But yeah, you could also see me wrestle on shows like Capital Wrestling, CZW, I'm on there too with the Shook Crew. Blitzkrieg Pro, I wrestled for there most often. I'm just listing shows that I'm a regular at. I make appearances at other shows, but it's usually a one-off, or maybe I'll go back at a later date. But yeah, those are my promotions where I'm always guaranteed to be there.
And where did you earn the moniker, the GOATest of all time?
The GOATest of all time literally happened in a promo class, because I train at Creative Pro Wrestling Academy. So not only do you train how to wrestle, you could also work on your promos. So literally, I just like saying random stuff that makes no sense. So randomly in the middle of a promo, I just called myself the GOATest of all time. And only one person picked up on it that I said it, because I just said it so fast, people just thought I said the greatest of all time. And then I just kept saying it until I bought a goat. And now this is literally my life. Yeah, Bobby Jr. is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm honored to be sitting next to Bobby Jr. right now.
Who was the one person that picked up on it when you said it?
This guy in class, a student, he came up to me in the locker room afterwards. He's just like, "Did you say GOATest of all time?" I was like, "Yeah, I did." So, and then I just kept saying it. And then it went, literally my gimmick had nothing to do with goats. And now I literally have one. And I was just walking down the street here, and literally people were giving me looks. And I was just like, "Yeah, you saw me too." I was like, it's hard to miss me.
Very hard.
Yes.
Who are some of your early opponents, people that you've learned from?
Learn from? Mm-hmm. Well, my first couple matches took place at Cap, and Cap has the best roster. I'm not just being biased when I say that. There's literally,
See you later, Bobby.
yeah, but he's gonna make an appearance later. But Cap has the best roster of talent. From we have senior students or senior guys who help out train. Obviously, the head trainers are Pat Buck and Curt Hawkins.
WrestlePro, right?
Of course. But there's guys like Alex Reynolds, VSK, just all these top guys who are just some of the most talented indie wrestlers, or just wrestlers in my opinion, on the West Coast, the Northeast territory. But yeah, so that's who I've learned from. First couple of matches I had were just for some of the students. I've wrestled CPA on multiple occasions. There's this guy named Steve Somerset. This guy, I know you're watching, Steve. I know you're watching. As much as I like to mess with him, he's still one of my favorite opponents, and he was my first ever opponent. So something matches later.
Was he
a
newer student too?
Yeah, he actually trained at another school but transferred to Creative Pro. So it was both of our first matches at Creative Pro, and we wanted to stand out. Brian and Pat were both there. We're like, "Oh yeah, we really have to show them what we can do." And I think it delivered. One of my favorite matches to this day still. So that's cool.
How'd you get started at Creative Pro?
Believe it or not, it's the closest school to me. And it's 2 hours still to get to.
Wow.
Yeah, so like I live in like upstate New York. Creative Pro's in Long Island, but I commute there like 3 times a week to train. So it's a drive, especially with tolls and gas.
Yeah.
But it was the closest one to me, and I literally like didn't have to do much research because I always knew Creative Pro was a school like in the New York area. And I've seen some of the guys that came from it already, like MJF and like Bear Bronson and stuff like that. Yeah. So this is when MJF first started like his peak, like rising. So I was like, man, this guy is like making a name for himself, and he trained to Cap. So I was like, oh, why not go there? You know, there's other options, but like, I'm happy with the.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting much better.
Yeah, I know, like Jesus Christ, like.
You got Dolly guy teaching you. I mean, it's pretty cool. How is that working with him?
It's really cool. He's there every single Thursday. Like, it's insane because like, I would understand if he couldn't be there that much because he has a kid now. He's on the road all the time. But like,
schedule.
Brian is literally Curt Hawkins, Brian Myers. He's there every single Thursday, like teaching us. So like, it's like I'm extremely grateful for like that opportunity.
You get to wrestle with Zack Ryder ever? Like I know he shows up once in a while.
I saw him once. He appeared at a Creative Pro show at the Academy. Like he was just there watching, but it was kind of like cool. Like, oh, okay. So yeah, cool. I haven't seen it that much though. So
a couple of years from now, Zack Ryder might pick up on your goat because he's a big collector, as you know. I mean,
oh yeah, like the first ever Bobby Jr. Like he has it on like the mantle above his fireplace.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Zach, it's mine.
It's a gem. Down
yeah, it's a gem, right? You're gonna see it in like
right.
the Museum of Natural History.
I mean, do you ever get mistaken for looking like? I mean, you have
really?
some resemblance to Curt Hawkins. Maybe you know.
Is it like the redhead beard, like the
beard?
Ginger, yeah, probably the ginger beard. I don't know. I've got that literally once, and I'm just kind of like, I was like, oh okay, but like no, I haven't really gotten it too often. I mean, I guess I don't know, to an extent. To an extent.
The rich mahogany beard.
The rich mahogany, yeah, not ginger. Rich mahogany.
Describe a typical day to fans like in training. I mean, with Pat Buck and these guys like training. What's a typical day like?
Typical day. You know, you start out, you're doing stretches, rolls. Footwork is very important in wrestling, so we got to work on the rolls and stuff like that. Normal day, lots of cardio, lots of in-ring training. We do a lot of drills, and sometimes we do practice matches to work on ourselves, like, and get critiques afterwards. It's fun. And then, like, after the 2 hours of training, it's also the facility is also open for another 2 hours, and you do open ring where you can just work on whatever you want. So you got 4 hours a day to do whatever you want to improve your craft. And that's something that I take advantage of.
That is definitely really cool.
Yes.
Especially for somebody like me, I've never gotten to a training school, so I don't even know what like the day would be like.
It's very hard when you first start. Like I'll be the first to admit I throw up a lot, and I still throw up.
Nice.
So it's very like
it's your weakness
it's a
leaving
lot.
the body.
Yeah. So it's very rough. Very rough.
How like the cardio is
yeah. Like everyone hates cardio. Everyone hates cardio. Everyone gets blown up, but like you just gotta push through because when comes time for a match, you can do all the drills you want. But when it comes time to a match, it's a whole different element, like a whole different monster. So,
what kind of cardio are we talking about? Like just running?
We do this thing. We just did this last night. So we do like a pin drill. We gotta run in the ring, but you have like the ladder too. So you gotta do the high steps through the ladder, slide into the ring. It's like a whole like a gauntlet per se. Yeah, that's our like big blow up drill and stuff like that. So yeah.
Sounds like I would throw up too.
Well, I don't throw up every time. I've probably thrown up 4 times in the past year and a half. So.
Do you want to touch on you were actually on Grimm's GTS, the
yes,
show.
His YouTube show.
What was that like?
It's fun. Like obviously, it's like a whole different environment from like a show. A lot of people like crap on it, but like this is my take. If this dude is literally making a living and an income off of warehouse wrestling and putting it on YouTube,
that's awesome.
I gotta respect that. Yeah, like, everyone's like, oh, they're backyard wrestling. So who cares? It's fun, you know. Yeah. I'll be the first to admit, like, I'd rather like be wrestling on like indie shows and like in front of fans, but I have fun doing Grimm.
I mean, we've seen Rick Titus. We've seen a lot of
like Rick Titus on there, Robbie. Like he has some names on there. Like it's fun. I don't know, and that's the most important part about wrestling is having fun. So yeah, but I don't do it as much as we used to, just because of busy schedule.
Did you see the Ellsworth pile driver on?
That was that was.
I love you, James, but that was you, James. Drizzling shit.
Yeah,
you should have pile driver that woman.
That was crazy. But to each their own.
So you're
women audience. I don't mean that.
I did see that though.
You're newer, so do you have any crazy stories on the road yet, or you just haven't gotten that far yet?
As like, what do you mean?
On your way to show some.
We've heard a lot of car trouble stories.
Oh, of course, Jesus Christ. So I just mentioned Robbie E before because we did GTS and stuff like that. So like Robbie E usually brings this guy named CPA. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with him on these road trips, usually to just random shows in the middle of nowhere. So we had this road trip to West Virginia to this show in I forgot the town. It might have been Wheeling, West Virginia, but it was literally on the border of West Virginia and Ohio. So it's all the way back. On the way there, we drove straight there from we had a show in Altoona, Pennsylvania the night before, so we had to drive 7 hours to Wheeling, West Virginia, and then after the show we had to drive 13 hours back. So that was rough.
Road trip.
Yeah, and we got pulled over. Well, I got pulled over. I was driving. Got pulled over on the way to the show. Something, I don't even know what it is. It still dangles off the bottom of my car. It's like a sheet, like a metal sheet. It came off, so the whole ride there, 5 hours left in the drive, we just hear grinding against the pavement, and sparks were flying and stuff. So yeah, that was an adventure, to say the least.
Wow.
But I'd never want to do that again. Sorry, CPA, if you ever hit me up for another West Virginia road trip, I don't want to go. Sorry.
Or at least don't try.
Yeah, I don't want to go. I appreciated the opportunity though, and I'll go anywhere because obviously like you said, when I first start, I'm starting off, so I want to get to as many places and as many opportunities as I can. I'm not gonna pick and choose what show, oh, this is a shindy, oh, this is no pay. I literally drove that trip, didn't get paid. I want the experience, I want the opportunity to travel because that's what makes you better as a performer.
That's definitely a good attitude to have.
Yeah, exactly.
Not too many people have that. They want to stay in their area and just do their thing.
I literally, I don't like to call it a bubble, but a lot of people, they'll just stick to their home promotions and stuff, which is okay, I guess, if you don't. But I want to grow. I want as many people to know. Even doing stuff like this, I want to be on these shows. I want my name out there. I want the exposure, because you never know who's watching at any time.
For sure.
So just literally any opportunity, I'll take it.
What's the furthest you've driven?
That was it.
That
was it. I mean, I like to drive, so that's a weird thing. But you know what?
You don't like to drive when your car is scraping.
I don't like to drive, and I don't like to put the miles on, and I don't like to pay for the repairs. So that's the one thing.
Understandable.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
You mentioned growing and wanting to compete in other promotions. What's your goals as far as what promotions you would like to enter into?
Well, actually, I just mentioned Fest Wrestling. That was a promotion I wanted to work for first starting out. Other promotions I'd probably want to end up working for, just all the big promotions, AEW has been one I've been wanting to work for. Down the line, they're all these promotions, I would love the opportunity for, but I want to, get that when I'm ready, when I feel like I'm close to, if not my best. Yeah. But there's all these names, I can't name them off the top of my head, because like I said, I'll go anywhere. So just anywhere. Any of the big names, Do
you have a rib or a funny story you could share?
A rib? I don't rib. I don't rib people. I don't know.
Or maybe you've been ribbed. I mean, you're new in the business. Maybe somebody wanted to. If you want to bury somebody, that's okay.
No. I literally, there's not that much ribbing that goes on, at least in my group. Yeah,
wow.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a dying part of wrestling, but I can't remember. Even the last time I remember someone getting ribbed. So
to be fair, a lot on the independents, a lot of guys say you don't see a lot.
No, you really don't. You really don't.
So Bobby, how did you become a professional wrestling fan?
Oh, it started out when I moved to my house where I live now in upstate New York, because I grew up in Queens. So when I moved up to my new house, or my parents, I guess, their house, but I moved up there when I was 10. And we had a lot of neighbors around the same age group as me. Yeah. So that was cool right off the bat. Oh, here's a close friend group, and they were all in the wrestling. And this is when they still thought, it was real and stuff like that. So I thought I was the only one. I was the only one like kind of smarting up to the fact, it's entertainment and stuff like that. But they got me into it, and I was like fucking like this is awesome.
Yeah.
So literally the second I got hooked, they found the next thing they were interested in. Like as kids, like you like something for a short amount of time, then you move on to the next thing, and like no, I want some fucking wrestling. Friday Night SmackDown's on, guys. I want to watch this and stuff like that. So like I've always been like hooked and like a fan. Like obviously you have those time periods where like it slowly fades away and you have a different stuff, but like it's always been there. And like,
what's some early memories, like something that stuck out to you that said, my God, like you got bit by the bug and now you're.
It was when Teddy Long had that heart attack during like his like on air.
You're a sick person.
No, but that was it was during his like wedding. You remember that? Right?
Yeah.
So like I first saw that and I was like, oh my God, this happened on live TV. This is crazy. Anything could happen, and I thought it was real. So that's the one thing that I was like, I have to watch this every week. Anything could happen. So that's my first memory. It wasn't even like a match. It was just a segment.
Someone almost dying. That's okay.
Yeah, right. That's awesome. Not really. It's not awesome. I love you, Teddy Long.
Player.
Yes.
That's insane. You're a young guy, right? How old are you?
I just turned 22.
Oh damn, shit.
Yeah,
What the fuck am I doing with my life?
It's the beard. It's the beard.
Now the beard definitely makes you look a lot older. Why are you looking at me? What am I doing? So Curt Hawkins, right?
Curt Hawkins.
He is like the legend of talent enhancement. Is like, what does he like do for you guys in terms of that? Like, is that something he teaches too? Like I want you to make this guy look better, like something like that.
In wrestling, even if you aren't like talent enhancement, which I don't even like the name of that. Like, everyone but everyone plays a role in wrestling. Everyone has their specific role that they have to take care of, and every role is just as important as the next.
Listen, Barry Horowitz even said it's not how much you spend, it's how much you save.
I know.
In the 80s, he had his own trading card, and he laughed his way all the way to the bank.
Exactly.
He said he made 300 grand doing jobs, and I mean, he made a living.
I love him for it, so it's cool with me.
Let me just say this.
Give Barry a pat on the back.
He teaches us every aspect of the wrestling business. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
100%, hands down, which I appreciate.
I mean, I would appreciate the shot of it too. Get to work out with a guy like that. I mean,
does it give like a young talent like yourself that's coming up like hope when you see guys like Kevin Matthews and Fallah Ball like in Impact Wrestling and all these other guys getting opportunities in Ring of Honor? Does it give you like a hope that like, man, these guys I'm working close with them, I'm on the same shows as them, and look at their
yeah. Like obviously anything could happen at any time. Opportunities are always literally like just behind the door. Like you just have to keep working, keep driving yourself towards a certain goal. And anything could happen. Like I've never like once stated that I could make it to Impact or make it to WWE or you always just gotta like have that positive mindset that you can do whatever you want. And that's my motivational message for the day.
Is wrestling like a career goal? Like this?
That's literally all I want. Is I don't want a regular stupid job anymore. I just want wrestling to be my source of income. Like that's the goal.
Well, for now, do you work a regular stupid job like?
Yes,
like a lot of us have to.
Yeah, I do. But I don't mention that because I want to sound cool and say my only job is wrestling.
You're not picking up dog shit on the side of the road, are you? Like
I am actually. I work with dogs.
High five.
No, like not on the side of the road, but I work with dogs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's noble.
I guess it's cool, right?
Hey, Goldberg works, with Lita, like big advocates of animals, and Noel is a big animal lover. He loves animals more than humans.
He looks like an animal.
He barely likes us.
Well, speaking of animals, I love animals.
Bobby Jr.
He's back. Yeah, I have to hold him for a sec. Block him from the light. It's getting hot.
It's like the reason that I really wanted to have you on is because when we were at Capital Wrestling, I saw your gimmick and I literally was like, this guy's awesome. I saw you throw Bobby Jr. Bobby Jr. got involved in the match.
Did I throw him?
I don't know if you threw him. I think he jumped out of your hand and got involved in the match. But
I think I hit Smiley with him. I think. Yeah, that was fun.
And I literally was like, this guy is awesome. Like, we need to talk to him.
I appreciate it.
Like, so Bobby being involved in your matches, like, does he have an idea of how he likes to be involved in the match, or are you just kind of like...
Sorry, he's thirsty.
I figured. Does he give you ideas of how he wants to get involved in the match, or is this...
It's a cohesive unit, per se. Yes. Basically, whenever he's available, as an offensive maneuver, he will take the hit. It may seem like cruelty to be hitting someone with a stuffed goat, but yo, listen, he gave me consent to do so. So if he's willing to take the pain as a sacrifice, I don't see a reason not to do it.
I don't see a reason either.
Do you ever have any like internet trolls that get upset about the gimmick that it's cruelty to animals, even though it's a stuffed animal? Do you ever have anybody that?
No.
Because everybody's sensitive these days.
No, everyone is very sensitive. Listen, to all the people who think this is animal cruelty, this is love. All right? This is love. This is a passionate relationship where a man and his goat are making towns and wrestling together. PETA, I love you. Hit me up for a sponsorship, please.
So if you wanted to put a message out to like promotions around the country, what would it be? Like, we're gonna promote the shit out of you, obviously.
Oh, yes.
But like, what is it that you want to get out to the other companies? Like, is there something you're passionate about? Is there something that you really want them to know about you?
I want them to know that I'm literally a wrestler who carries around a stuffed goat, and if it doesn't get any more unique than that, I don't know what to tell you. That's all my messages. Do what you want with me. I'm hoping.
And Al Snow made it work. He carried around the head, and I mean, it caught on.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't take like some, inspiration from that. Because like I don't know, how awesome is that? Like that's literally, this is my whole thing about wrestling. I love wrestling moves. I love wrestling matches, but like at the end of the day, you really remember the character elements of it. Everyone to each their own, but like my favorite thing is like how Al Snow used to carry around head, how Mick Foley had Mr. Sacco. Just inanimate objects that are so out there, but they only make sense in wrestling.
R-Truth had like an invisible friend for a while.
Did he?
Little Jimmy.
Xavier Woods has Francine.
Or Francesca, yeah, exactly. And that's the stuff that like you could put on merch. And obviously, you see, freaking my logo has Bobby Jr. on. I'm riding him. Like,
do
how
you have any
awesome
T-shirts? Any of these fans could? Usually,
I don't.
Usually like we've had Andrew Anderson, other guys come in, give us shirts. I mean, I don't see any shirts here.
I want time out.
We love free. I'm
out.
We love free.
I have my shirts in my car, but it's not Bobby Orlando shirts. It's Shook Crew shirts.
Are they free?
Ooh.
They may be free. Ooh. We'll talk later. But yeah, like so obviously I'm in the Shook Crew thing with my two other companions, and we have Shook Crew merchandise and we have Shook Crew shirts. I literally only have Bobby Orlando stickers and.
Is it a sticker like this?
Yeah, that's the sticker. I don't know if I have. I'll check my car. I'll give you as many stickers as you want.
Who designed that?
This very talented person, Ginger Ninja Designs.
That's a name.
You're right. I have to look that up. I want to give her a shout out because I really did appreciate her work. Hold on.
That is a great name.
Yeah.
Ginger Ninja.
Ginger Ninja.
Logo there.
There it is. So follow her at Ninja Designs. It's like how you spell ninja, but it's an ER instead of like the A. So yeah.
Is the logo trademarked?
Well, it's trademarked by me now.
Mike.
I paid her for the design. No, it's mine. I'm gonna get trademarked. No, yeah, she did awesome. Literally, and she got it done like in super fast time. I literally had the vision. I didn't give her any like mock design. I was like, draw me on a goat. And then she did that. The only thing I told her to fix is make my muscles more vascular.
Oh, okay.
So I have to make it. Like, that's the only thing that happened. But yeah.
She should have made the beard a little.
Well, that was when my beard was kind of shorter.
Before the mahogany took over.
Before the mahogany. Well,
the outfit is badass.
The outfit is badass. I appreciate that. It's my Swag City romper.
Did you play any sports before entering pro wrestling?
Not like hardcore. Like I traveled with a team or something. It was just like kind of like just like in-house sports. Like baseball. I played baseball a lot. I played hockey, but that was almost like super young.
Hockey.
It wasn't even. It was a roller hockey. So it's still hockey.
It was cool in Mighty Ducks.
I'll never play ice hockey though. Ever since I saw that clip of like the ice skate slicing, like I don't want to talk about that.
100% agree.
So that's I'll literally do a friggin' front flip off a top rope to the floor, but I won't play ice hockey.
So wrestling was basically the first time you've ever been like super athletic, like doing your.
Yeah. When I first started, I was like, I still don't consider myself like a super athlete, not even close. but like it has got me in the right ring shape per se. Because literally, I don't care. Like we had this guy. He was like he played football for this college. I forgot which college it was, but he literally played football, and he came to cap the train, and he told us like this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And this is a college football player, so like.
Yeah, dude, I played college football, and I probably would not do any of that cardio without dying.
Too.
Really? Yeah, I didn't play college football. I dropped out of college, but I didn't play college football. But
I was a center. You believe me?
Yeah, I can believe that.
I was a center. He was my backup.
What?
You believe what he's saying?
Yeah.
It's not
He's actually my security guard.
It's not April yet.
I know, but hey, listen, you don't judge a book by its cover.
Do I look that old?
Do you? I can see you.
I'm real good with the Xbox controllers.
Hey,
I could give myself
28.
a 99 rating.
28?
You are 28?
Nailed it.
There you go.
I'm not that old. All right.
Say I'm very smart.
Thanks, God.
No, you look great.
I don't have grays. Yeah.
I'm gonna go bald when I'm like 30 though. I had to admit it.
Yeah?
Yeah, probably because like.
Throw that into your gimmick.
Well, I might just do a loser shaves their head match. I do that. That's what Sami Callihan just did. But like, yo, literally.
Is he going bald? Is that why?
I think that's one of the reasons. I love you, Sammy, though. But listen, like all the generations behind me, like my dad, my grandpa, great grandpa, all went bald when they were in their 30s.
At least you get to keep your beard. That's for a lifetime.
Hope, cross my heart and hope to die. Seriously.
Tell us about Sami Callihan, about
what?
About the hair, like.
Oh yeah, he just said this is. I love Impact Wrestling. Like it's really like I'm always gonna be a fan. The match with the loser either loses his mask or shaves their head. It was with him and Pentagon Jr. Great match. I love stipulation matches like that because it just puts that little bit of like there's more on the line. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of which, if there was ever a stipulation where you had to give a Bobby Jr., how would that make you feel? Life changing.
That's a heavy. I'd rather do Russian roulette than do that.
Wow.
That's a with like 5 bolts in the chamber. Not even joking. That's a really hard. He's gonna make another appearance. That's a very hard.
Is Bobby Jr. ever gonna have kids?
Yeah, he has had kids.
Wow.
Yes, but it was after a very dramatic experience.
Probably the second.
Yes, I sell goats. Why did I bring this up when I was talking about merchandise? I sell goats now. I just recently started to do that. Baby goats, not like Bobby Jr. because this was a gift to me. I'm not gonna say how much he was, but he was a gift. But I have these little tiny miniature goats that I sell now, and I call them Bobby Jr.'s kids.
At shows?
Yeah.
Wow.
The people I sell them to so far have like they tweet me every single day with like the Bobby Juniors in like different locations.
So you got fans on social media?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
That's awesome.
What is your Twitter handle?
Twitter handle is the same as my Instagram handle @TheBobbyOrlando. I'm on there all the time because I got nothing else better to do. I like to promote my shows, my brand. I'm big into like promoting my brand because like with the power of social media, you literally can gain fans in like Hong Kong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it literally. This is such a cliche thing to say, and I feel like stupid for saying it, but it's the truth. It's the biggest, most like, this is the best time to be in indie wrestling.
Yeah.
Is what I'm basically trying to say. Because like you have the power of social media, you have the power of the internet, you can promote whatever you want. Literally, when back in the day you wanted to be on a show, send your promoter like a VHS tape in the mail. Now you can just freaking DM them on Facebook. It's like,
what do you think about New Japan and Ring of Honor selling out Madison Square Garden WrestleMania weekend?
It's awesome. Like Jesus Christ, and that isn't it running the same day as Takeover?
Yep.
That just shows how many wrestling fans there are nowadays. That Takeover is taking place the same day as a Madison Square Garden event, and they're probably both going to sell out.
Yeah. We just had an interview with like Joey Ryan 2 weeks ago, and he was saying he wouldn't even go to WWE at this point because he can make more money doing indie wrestling.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people like to say. I don't know, like
Cody Rhodes has really proven that model.
Oh yeah, he's like a big. You're going back down there. Sorry. It's very hot to hold that.
He controlled his own destiny, so kudos to Cody Rhodes on that. I mean,
and now he has the All-In event.
Yeah.
And that's something that like even you could do. I mean, you could get to the point where you can just be such a big brand that you don't even need to go to a big time show. You can go around the country with Bobby Jr., traveling the world, selling a bunch of merchandise. Like that's
bunch of
awesome.
goats, right?
You already got the starting steps to it. All you need is one big opportunity, and you get there.
I'm like I said before. I'm happy with the progress I'm making. Like Jesus Christ, like CZW is like I don't want to sound like I'm like I'm marking out. But like CCW has been a promotion that I've always wanted to be a part of.
Yeah.
You know, like when I was a kid, when I was like 12, I'd watch their Tournament of Death highlight videos on YouTube. Now I'm like a part of the company within my first year of wrestling. Like
that's CZW's Dojo Wars, right? That was their thing.
That they still do that, but that's like their like. That's for like their students per se, but like the big shows are like.
I just watched it on Amazon Prime or something.
Oh, what the hell? Yeah, that's awesome.
They have it on there.
Have you been wrestling on the bigger shows for CCW or
yes.
for the? Okay.
Yeah.
And what was that like? Is that's probably the biggest crowds you're in front of, or what would you say it was if it wasn't?
Yeah, the biggest crowd I've been part of was the Tournament of Death, their most recent Tournament of Death.
You were in the Tournament of Death?
I wasn't in the Tournament of Death.
All right.
I wasn't in the Tournament of Death, but I did get hit over the head with light tubes, and got choke slammed on a barbed wire board.
How does that feel?
I felt a lot better, but yeah, listen, it hurts. It hurts. I'm not a deathmatch wrestler, but I am a fan. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. So like, if I want to open up Tournament of Death in a segment with DJ Hyde, bring it on, me. You know.
I mean, I got plenty of friends that think that wrestling is fake, and then I show them that, and it's kind of like
it hurts.
Okay, maybe that's
Nothing doesn't hurt. Even a headlock hurts. So what are you gonna do? You can't convince everyone.
Yeah, I know.
I had a newfound respect for professional wrestling when I stepped into a ring, just messing around with Jay Lethal, and they would show me how to take basic back bumps, and I felt like I was in a car accident. Like
You feel like your brain's about to come out the back of your
And
head.
like Jay Lethal's even saying, getting hit by a chair shot at times, if depending on how somebody swings the chair, it actually doesn't hurt as much as when you take a front bump or a back bump, because at times like, you feel like your whole body is jolted. You could like sometimes you feel like your fingers are tingling. So for your experience,
everything hurts.
Yes.
Hitting the ropes hurt. Getting hit in the head, like getting your head smashed into the turnbuckle, that hurts. Even locking up hurts. Because if you get like, you can clock heads.
Yeah?
You're smacked.
Oh, good thing I'm not wrestling anytime.
Well, you know, if you're passionate about it, you don't really care. So.
Yeah.
Thus far in your early career, have you had any significant injuries? And knock on wood, hopefully.
I don't really.
In the future, but
no significant injuries that have sidelined me. I'm trying to think. No.
Thank God.
I'm gonna knock on this a couple times.
How about Bobby Jr.?
Yeah, really.
How often is he?
Oh, look at his leg. He needs some surgery. So yeah, it's pretty gnarly. He's
gnarly injury.
Yeah.
Hey, look at his
it's not looking so good.
His foot is twisted and mangled.
Yeah, well, you know what? He takes as much of the beating as I. What?
He got hurt.
Yeah, he's got boo boo. Listen, he's fine. He's a natural healer. He just.
Sure he's fine?
Yeah, he's fine.
He's a wrestler.
Well, he may not be as okay as I think he is, but he communicates very well with me. So if he says he's fine, I'll believe him.
Dr. Sam could help you out a little bit. Maybe.
We need Dr. CPA.
Dr. CPA.
Everyone gets that one.
Dr. CPA has had a good week.
Dr. CPA has been he's a big.
Have you wrestled CPA?
Oh yeah, a bunch of times. Like me and him have a long-going rivalry. You know, it's pretty epic.
Is Create a Pro like recorded? Like.
Oh yeah, when you can find us on the High Spots Network, we're on the High Spots Network. Our video, like we record all our shows. It's pretty awesome.
They ever need a camera crew?
I got you.
Let's promote ourselves as well.
Nah, we have we have a bunch of different people. So if the opportunity ever comes up, I'm just gonna point awkwardly in silence. Cool.
What is your 3-year goal like?
3 years,
in the
Jesus
next 3
Christ.
years, what are some, or like the next 12 months?
Probably to make this into a living. Definitely trying to make this into a living. You ever hear the phrase? You've probably heard the phrase. If you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Absolutely. Jesus Christ, if I'm making a living off of wrestling, I'll feel like I don't even have a job. Because this doesn't feel like a job to me. Right. I treat it as if it's a job. But when you hear the word job, it's like, you know, like Jesus. But no, like literally wrestling full time, making this a living, making this everything I do, that's like the goal. That's it.
Definitely.
Obviously WWE, stuff like that. All of that, obviously, but like the next step, I think.
We don't ask this much, but what is your take on like health benefits? I mean, you know, wrestlers don't have insurance. It's not. There's no union. What is your take on that?
I'm the last person to know about that stuff. I don't even know if I have like all the benefits. I do probably.
You should find out.
Yeah, especially after getting hit with light tubes. I don't want to show up at like the urgent care and they're like, well, we can't do anything for
Once
you.
I land on barbed wire, it's kind of like.
Tell me you just slipped in the kitchen, you know?
Oh yeah, you know, I have like glass stuck on my back. Oh, you know, the floor is. But yeah, that's. I don't know. Always take care of yourself. Always know what you're getting yourself into. Don't do anything that you're gonna regret later on. Yeah.
Absolutely. Definitely get some t-shirts out there, please. Like, we will buy them.
I got you. I'll get the t-shirts.
Like, I literally want this logo.
Do you know how many colors? Let's count the colors. We got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 6, 7 colors.
Does not matter. We want the t-shirt.
I'll get the t-shirts.
At least stickers.
I have I'll get you stickers. I'm pretty sure they're in my car, so I'll literally get the stickers.
I'll hold you to that.
I got you. I got you. Stickers for everyone. I'll just be like, there you go.
So you mentioned previously off here that you're a big fan of karaoke,
Did
if I'm not mistaken.
Did I do that?
You did, actually. You did.
I don't remember this. I remember me.
Sometimes when you get hit in the head by light bulbs, you have really bad memory loss.
You know, I might have said that then. I'll take your guys' word for it, just like I believe.
So what is a favorite song of yours?
Oof. Music in my head. Oh!
Well, you got the different song. We won 1985.
Oh, we're doing the countdown? 8 o'clock Monday night, and I'm waiting to finally talk to a girl a little cooler than me. Her name is that's a stupid name.
Nona.
She wears a two-way, but I'm not quite sure what that means. And when she walks, backup singers. Hold on, but she doesn't notice me because she's watching wrestling. EC Dub. All right, here we go. So take it away, Bobby Jr. Bobby Jr.'s just gonna sing the rest. I did my part. Have to watch TV. The girl all the way. Bad Guys Want. Godsmack.
Oh boy.
Godsmack, and I like Agent Orange.
Yes.
Her CD, that's old.
Full of singers.
And then Daddy, she says she'd like to squirt some reefer. She'll never know that I'm the best. I did press a button. I'll hit mute. Oh, there we go. Hey, EC Dub. And the angels sing, and she'll never notice me. Because she's watching EC Dub. Screaming over to. Let's cut that part out.
That's graphic.
Very graphic. This is a PG show. Racetrack.
Season pass.
Driving all the way to Transylvania. Oh, what the hell? I'm done. I'm going home.
Ladies and gentlemen, the GOATest of all time, Bobby Orlando.
I would drop the mic, but this is.
Any final words to your fans?
Whatever you want to do in life, you'll never do it as good as me. I'm joking. No, honestly, I've had a great time. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. You did. Thank you for having me. I don't know if you want to be touched, but I'm already doing it.
That's fine.
I'm going to take the last sip of this.
The goat is kind of touching me.
He is?
Yeah, I think he's.
Well, he's
going on
allowed to
my-
do that because I said so.
Bad.
Listen. Okay, it's all good.
He's a tough
Nothing
one.
broke. Nothing broke.
O'Neal's giving you that death stare right now.
Everyone chill.
Light bulbs at
Everyone
CCW
chill.
has nothing on what O'Neal
Everyone
has.
chill.
in
There's
store.
nothing wrong.
Sturdy table.
Listen, I've had a great time. Bobby Jr. and I will be back anytime you want, even though I'm probably blackballed since I broke the table.
Totally fine. Totally fine.
I didn't break the table, by the way. But yeah, have a great night or day, whatever you're watching this, and remember that I'm the GOATest of all time.